Hey, it's wild to be a guitar teacher in the year 2024. I've been teaching since the 70s, and I've had a lot of students that are interested in hard rock or heavy metal, and I think that's great. It's a really good way to get involved in music and just really throw your passion into some really great sounds. So I'm gonna talk about this guitar and amp for a second. This is really, to me, one of the greatest guitars ever. It's a Gibson SG Junior. This one happens to be 90s reissue. It's light, solid, single P90 volume and tone. Sounds awesome. I'm playing through a Marshall JCM 800 lead series with the gain maxed out. So, you know, having the right tools is pretty cool. You know, your version of the ultimate little practice rig is going to be different than mine, but to me this is some serious business. So besides that, the number one thing I think my students are lacking is an intense knowledge of power chords. So as a teacher, you know, I'm going to cover power chords, and I'll give you a paper and I'll play something and I'll say, here, go play these. And people are kind of like, meh, you know, yeah, that's nice and everything, but when are we going to do something good? I'm like, it's not going to happen until you get your power chords 100% down, you know, as the best you can. So I'm going to goof around with power chords here. Let's just do our E5. Yeah, that should really ring a bell for you, because that is the chord that's in millions of songs are based on an E or an E5. All right, let's do some more. F. F goes to E, pretty cool. That's cool, the F. First fret and third fret. You know these, you just need to get into them. Okay, the G. G is the third fret. I think you get it, right? But the question is, are you going to work on this and memorize it? Okay, A is up here at the 5th fret. A lot of songs use the A too. Yeah, there's 12 of them, okay? Plus they're on different strings. So let's do a couple more. Here's B at the 7th fret. That sounds cool. So these chords not only are things that we hit, but they launch riffs. There's riffs within the chord somehow. Okay, C is at the 8th fret. And D is at the 10th fret. And E again at the 12th fret. So you got to know those, like, fluidly. You can't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. E is right there at the 12th fret. So you just have to, those double dots will get you the E. Now, you also have to be able to jump over to the other power. So these are kind of like E-shaped chords. Then there's the A-shaped chords. So based off E shape and A shape. That was the first ones we did were E shape, but we're only playing 2 strings. And the A shape is like the 5th string and 4th string. A, B, C. Cool, man. A, B, C, D. And so forth. Here's your E. So that was E, D, A. I flipped over to the A. Sometimes you'll see me make the bar chord. That's because I might hit more than just 2 strings. So it's still the same idea. You can do the 2 strings, 3 strings, 4 strings, whatever. 5 strings, 6 strings. So that was EDA, an AC/DC song. I kind of got more into punk rock myself, like The Clash. Check this out. Clash City Rockers, more power chords. But, you know, again, you can hit 1 string, 2 string, 3 string, 4 string. You choose what sounds best for your gig at that moment. So those, so far, we're not doing any sharps or flats. But, you know, you get into like G, F sharp, E. I'm just making up stuff. So I was palm muting there. That's another thing my students are kind of like, yeah, that's nice, but I don't care. Like, you gotta care. So your right hand's gonna be on the bridge. You're gonna roll forward and mute the string slightly. You could do some sort of a beat. You know, and then you got to do it in time. So I'm just trying to urge you to memorize your power chords, practice them, get them to where you can't miss, you know. If you're kind of sloppy and your fingers are rubbery and you're bending the strings and missing notes and all that crap, well then you got to practice more. You got to just get over that, get it to where these are just like, you know, it's heavy metal. I visualize like an anvil. You're hitting it with a hammer. It's like bam. It's not, you know, it's not like a banana hitting an anvil. Like, you know, it's got to be. So you got to get that full sound. So press down hard enough, but not too hard. Hit the right strings, and you know, as always, listen carefully and do a lot of repetitions. A drum machine or metronome is going to really help you. Play along with backing tracks, get good transcriptions to songs, get a teacher, do whatever it takes, but get those power chords down, and everything's going to be built on that. If you like heavy metal, hard rock, punk rock, thrash, or any cool stuff like that.